Welcome back. I'm glad to see you here again. Let's discuss something very interesting today. As usual, as something we are discussing on a daily basis. Let's actually try to figure out, are we at the local top of the meme coins at this stage? Are we at the local bottom for altcoins? I just have this feeling, I have this feeling that we might be at the local bottom for altcoins and at the local top for memes. It's very interesting. I have some things to share with you as well. I will finally provide you with a list of blue chip meme coins. I will also give you a great strategy to follow from Virtual Bacon himself and the tokens that he's buying himself as well. That might be very lucrative. For this strategy of buying a meme coin, the largest meme coin on the chain before the actual airdrop. Like this video, subscribe to this channel, and let's actually start. First things first. In the last months, I gave away $10,000. You did not have to do anything in order to be eligible for the giveaway. I was giving away $300 on a daily basis to 3 different winners. You just had to sign up on Bitget using my referral link, you had to deposit $100, and you had to complete a form in my Discord as well. Very simple one. I just don't see people care much about, because you don't have a lot of channels out there that are giving away $300 on a daily basis, that are actually giving away $10,000 a month. No one cared. It's almost like you think that, yeah, it's something that's usual. It's something I can go on that channel with 50k subscribers and he will give away not 10k months but 50k months, because that's what all people do, right? That's what all channels do. And that's why ROI from this activity is not the greatest one as well. I would actually be ending up the giveaways, I think even this week, probably tomorrow or the day after. There are still 27 spots left to join my Patreon, to join my Discord. I will be active there. I will be spending time there. I will be talking. I'm focused on providing great value to my community and forge ourselves as a great community winning through this cycle. You cannot even imagine what type of people I'm speaking to. You cannot even imagine how much time I'm actually spending on the marketplace. What type of people I will be seeing these months. What type of communities I'm actually in as well. I want our community to be a strong one. I want our community to make money on the marketplace and move forward as a fucking unit, making money on this market. I would glad to see new members joining, even you specifically watching this video. It's just $200 a month. I would say that if your portfolio is more than $10,000, you should have this type of investment. Just have one community, maybe even several, because small piece of alpha actually goes a long way. Alright, let's actually start. This channel is probably the last one that you were expecting to hear that we might be at the local top for meme coins, right? And the reason I'm saying that is because we're kind of receiving a bunch of top signals at this stage. We have more and more people starting to believe the narrative of meme coins. We have people writing something that this is meme coin super cycle, things are different, your altcoins, they're not going to go anywhere. VCs, like everyone hates VCs and VCs just dumping on people. Retail is not here yet, but everyone is in meme coins. We are not in the bull market, but meme coins are surging up and meme coins are just great and things in meme cycle. Meme coin super cycle has begun. It's clear memes are the NFTs or ICOs of this cycle. What meme equal punks? Very interesting. It's when a lot of people reaching certain consensus on the marketplace, I'm starting to be very cautious. I'm starting to think, am I in the local top? Because it's pretty much the best thing that you can do with investing, right? If you have a certain thesis, and if you're right with your thesis, and your thesis actually becomes the reality, right? And you see more and more people adopting your thesis, and you actually look like your thesis interferes with the current reality, with the current simulation, and you see more and more people adopting the thesis. You want to start to be negative. You want to start to look for problems, like Why this is happening? Because the main issue is because when everyone understands the thesis, there is not more upside left. If you're watching this channel around a month ago, I was saying that I was checking out transactions on Snibu on Ethereum, and one guy, I was checking out his wallet. He saw 20,000 worth of Chainlink and he put these funds into Snibu. I think it was at Snibu 3-4 million market cap. And I said on this video, he will make money if he would be able to hold. But this is a very interesting thing. He pretty much just swapped 20k of Chainlink. If he was holding till this time, he should be at least 3 to 4x up, which is very nice. 3 to 4x up on 20k. I would even take this currently. It's quite nice. You can't argue, right? And at that time, it was still kind of early to actually be doing that. But right now, we might be seeing more and more people capitulating and selling the alts into the meme coins. And if you're doing that, you can be doing that, but I just urge you, do this into blue chip meme coins. Don't do this in Solana crap coins. There are blue chip meme coins on Solana, right? But we also see that 90% of all the shit coins on the first corrections on 2 red candles, they just went to zero right away. 90% of shit coins, 90% drop right away. And blue chips like Bobo, like some others I was talking about, Snibu, Andy, they're all doing quite well. They did not see 90% corrections, right? Even Rido, I think Rido is on 60% correction at this stage, which is something you might actually expect from a meme token, right? But I'm thinking on even just adding a large bag into Rido at this stage. The main reason for that is because Notcoin Airdrop is on the 20th of April. And it will be very interesting to see and to actually check out what will be happening with Rido. Maybe it's going to be a seldom news event. Maybe the market, people on the market, they would just be getting into Rido in anticipation that essentially Airdrop will pump their backs, and then some of them, they would start to exit before the actual airdrop, several days before. People who were really early, they would start to take profits. It's going to be very interesting to see how this thing is going to actually be played out on the marketplace. There are metrics on the marketplace that are showing that altcoins are oversold right now. And there is a reason VCs have money in the first place. There is a reason they actually have funds to invest into these projects on the bear market, right? Because they're smart, because they understand what are they doing. And I don't think that market meta of not buying VC-backed tokens would essentially stop them from pushing, from pumping these tokens, because they invested millions of dollars into these tokens already. I do believe that altcoins still should be doing quite well. I do believe we might be very close to the local bottom for altcoins and local top for memes. I even had a thought this day to take small bit of profit from my meme coins and enter 3x leverage or 4x leverage Arbitrum long at these stages. I think it's going to do very well. Did you know that Vitalik is actually bullish on Arbitrum? Quite interesting, right? He just, it just can't be happening. Like VCs investing tens of millions of dollars and dumping Arbitrum at 1.4, 1.5. It just cannot be happening. And one thing I wanted to share with you as well is that we are definitely in the bull market. So much money is actually being invested currently in different sectors, and specifically Bitcoin layer 2s. They just throw in money, and they would not be throwing money if they won't be planning the bull market. And these are people with money, with way better insights, with way better quality of information. They're throwing money into projects at this stage. They are preparing for the bull market. They are preparing to cash out. They are preparing to run this asset 100k plus and then just start the marketing the shit out of the whole thing, so they can take this money from single moms, from hardworking men, to keep them poor forever. This is what VCs and this is what elites are doing, and they will continue doing that. This is how the market works and why they were essentially created in the first place. I won't say they were created for that, but probably over time, control over the markets was essentially taken by elites, by people with larger pockets. And they started to use it to rob poor people, to make sure that they keep being poor, and to make sure that they will only be blaming themselves, right? Because they can easily just go to your house, take everything they want, and just leave. But then they will probably have riots, they will have civil wars and things like that. They can just take your money through the market and then say, oh, it's your fault. You didn't know who's buying at the top, right? It doesn't make sense. And something that's happening currently with us giving control away from crypto, because we see BlackRock as the savior, Bitcoin ETF, yes, the number go up. But what if they are buying the supply of BTC, the percentage of the supply, to then fork BTC, introduce digital currencies for each and every state, tokenize the whole thing to use it with digital currencies, and just upgrade the system, projecting even more control on regular people, me and you, on this channel. So interesting. And I do believe that things are going to get very bad quite soon. And these systems, they will be implemented very easily when things are bad, because attention, things will be bad on purpose, because when things are bad, all the attention is on these things. And then in the background, something interesting is happening. This is a kind of system to actually inflict more control on each and every person through digital currencies, through tokenized assets, through certain forks of Bitcoin as well. Very, very interesting. But we are making money on meme coins here, right? One of the things that I wanted to share as well is that annual spending in billions of dollars on lottery tickets in the USA, probably similar elsewhere too. Lottery tickets, 70.5. God, you cannot understand how crazy good it is for us, for our meme coin bags. The only thing we have to do is just to buy into meme coins that are actually going to be blue chips. Like something like Joe Biden right now. I was talking about it at 40 million. I was talking about it in Crypto Banter Show. I didn't buy myself. Man, I think this thing is just going to actually go to billions, to 5 billion, 10 billion, 15 billion. Just so crazy. This is the example of Blue Chip Memecoin on Solana, right? And you might say that, but Stan, it's not something long-term, things like that. We will have election. We will have all the crazy money printing and stocks going up and everything going up and rate cuts closer to the election. We will have this meme coin mania just because of the fact that people are buying lottery tickets when people are not doing well, and people are not doing well currently. Everyone, the trend on making money fast is becoming the ultimate one, the one that everyone wants to follow. And they hear all these stories, they will hear all these stories about guys making it on meme coins and things like that. And you probably see this type of posts on Twitter already. The guy just invested $40 and he got 10 billion, hundreds of billions out of this Solana meme coin. Let's actually see what he was doing, right? It's so crazy. And all these people, they would come into crypto and they will start to play their lottery tickets and they will savagely get dumped on by you and me, right? And I still believe that trading live pairs, actually figuring out how to trade live pairs in this market. Live pairs are like just trading new shit coins, new meme coins that are appearing on Solana, Ethereum, Blast, all these Base, all these different layer 2s, right? At the same time, building some type of sniping software on Solana, for example. I do believe these are the highest ROI activity of this cycle, because we might just have had our first wave for Ethereum meme coins and for meme coins in general. Maybe we had our first wave on Solana back in autumn, right? But still, we are very early from this point of view. This thing is just going to get crazy. You probably saw this tweet from the guy saying that meme coins are better versions of ICOs because they don't claim to revolutionize the world, right? And they are a better democratized version of NFTs, because in order to get NFTs, you actually need liquidity. You need to find someone with liquidity to sell it to, and meme coins, they are way more liquid. And communities are also quite strong. I'm still in the bunch of NFT communities. I'm not even checking them much recently. I'm only checking my memes. What is happening with them? What are the guys that are posting on Twitter? I don't see a lot of tweets from NFT communities at this stage. And a lot of NFT communities actually made their own meme tokens, which is very interesting as well. So the current meme coin cycle, we are definitely in the super cycle. We will definitely have so many crazy events happening. They are like evolution of ICOs, evolution of NFTs, all these retail not doing well, and they will be sold on this picture of someone like their neighbor, the guy that they hate from high school, who took the girlfriend and had some relationships with their sister, right? They will hear this guy making money, putting $10 into non-vaccinated sperm. This is a real meme coin from the last cycle, right? Because everyone was getting vaccinated, and he will make like 100k from his $10. And imagine how angry this guy would be. Like, he's working hard, he hates this guy with all his heart, his whole life. This guy had sex with his sister, right? With his girlfriend. He hates him so much, and yet he's putting $10 in unvaccinated sperm, and he's making 100 grand, right? We are going into crazy bloodbath of money being taken from retail. Some retail, they will make money because they will have to serve as advertisement for others. In general, it's just going to be so crazy. Music gonna stop. I can guarantee you, all of you watching this video, I think you will be doing very well. At the same time, you will have, all of us, will have some dumb, stupid guy who does not know anything. He would just know how to use like Phantom Wallet and trade shit on Solana, and he will make more money than us, than each and every one of us. And he will come later in the cycle. He would not know anything about crypto. He will easily make a bunch of money. He will be able to take his profits and leave. Something like this would be happening, and we are kind of playing around that, buying our blue chip meme coins. Why we need to buy blue chip meme coins? Because we need to make sure that they are alive once these people will come, and we are not sure when these people will come. I believe closer to the election, closer to the end of the year. I think they will be coming around that time, right? So we need our blue chip meme coins to actually survive till that time, and at the same time we have to understand how these people actually behave. There was a very interesting thought that some type of normie meme coins, like maybe meme coins of some athletes, maybe meme coins of some gym jacked guys, right? They will start to pump when retail would essentially come in as well. That's why WIF might actually be something interesting, because it might not be appealing to someone who's been in crypto for who's been on internet in general for a lot of time, but it might definitely be appealing for a normie, right? Something simple, something stupid if you have lower IQ and things like that, that definitely might work. And these people who understand this thing, they might be front running with at this stage. And genius guys, they might have bought it way earlier, maybe 50 million, 100 million, understanding this already at that stage. Well, they're capitalizing heavily because of it, and they will most likely be capitalizing even more moving forward. After all of this information shared, you might ask, Stan, why are you still saying that we might be the local top for meme coins? Because I think more and more people on the market actually start to understand this thesis. Something I was telling from day one of this channel. More and more people start to actually understand this thesis. I don't think that overall volumes in meme coins will go anywhere, like somewhere, right? I think certain level of volume will still continue, maybe in different chains, in some new shiny objects, in Solana most likely as well. But for some reason, I have a feeling that market understands the thesis. Altcoins are oversold, and smart people on the market, they are always following somewhere where the upside is still quite nice, where the upside is still quite high. And I would say there might be a very interesting upside in altcoins at this stage. In all these ecosystems, all these teams, all these VCs, pump and dumps, and all this garbage, I think that market might decide that the upside there is larger and try to play that game as well, only to take this profit and throw it back into your meme coins, right? Speaking on blue chip meme coins on each and every chain, wow, we've flipped pepe quite nicely already. But you need to focus on liquidity as well. I'm not sure what's the liquidity on WIF at this stage. Maybe just the correlation of liquidity and market cap on pepe is better than on WIF, but we will in general see that WIF right now is top 3 meme coin, which is so crazy. I saw this thing in 100 million market cap. I didn't buy. That's actually quite crazy. I think I've seen it in October or November or something. So moving forward through your blue chip meme tokens, the main thing for your blue chip meme tokens is actually the fact that your blue chip meme token need to survive till the end of this year. If it will survive till the end of this year, it will be doing very well, because in general most of them, they will be pumping anyway. Like first things like WIF and pepe, they will be pumping, and then liquidity from these things, it will be flowing into lower and lower and lower and lower caps as well. So WIF is definitely your bet on Solana. When WIF broke through recent all-time highs, I pretty much gave a call to swap your Solana into WIF if you can handle the volatility. I think right now is still a very, very nice play, because your upside in Solana might be quite limited. 2-3x's best case scenario. I would say, obviously, if we're going to BTC at 700k, that's something different. But I'm trying to be realistic here, because we have to be realistic, because realism is something that will help us to actually leave this market with profits, right? And I do think that over time, more and more people would understand that swapping their Solana into WIF is something lucrative and something interesting, because I think this is the thesis that the market does not understand yet. Over time, it will start to actually happen when the market cap will become larger, larger, and larger, because everyone would understand that WIF will outperform Solana each and every time. Therefore, it might start happening. I think WIF is your great blue chip on Solana. Very, very organic thing, very, very understandable for normies as well. Pepe, that's something I like. I have a bunch of tokens around Pepe. I still think that Ethereum is keen. I still think that Ethereum will be doing very, very well this cycle with all the layer 2s. Solana does not have this amount of layer 2s, and this meme is actually 15 years old. Well, it's probably not great to say something like this, but I do believe that audience that will be buying into Pepe, they will have higher purchasing power than the audience that will be buying into WIF. Because Pepe is something more lucrative. Pepe is something for people who actually know internet, who actually know the culture. Most likely because of that, because they spend so much money on the internet, probably they're making more money. WIF is something for retail users, like probably people with lower IQs and things like that. But therefore, it would most likely be appealing for a large amount of people. And it's definitely in the meta of the dogs at this stage. Therefore, I think it will be doing well. Pepe is your thing on Ethereum, blue chip 100%. You know my things about Pepe. You want to get leverage in Pepe, buy Bobo, buy Snibu. If you're a degen, buy Mumu, buy Dodo. And you have Boys Club narrative. You have Brad, you have Andy, you have Wolf, different Andys. I share my opinion on them recently. Just buy what you want, make a decision by yourself, right? Bonk. I'm bearish on Bonk for some reason. For some reason, I think it might not actually be surviving until the end of the year. Like, it will survive, but it might not be outperforming heavily. I think that it's better off to just put your money into WIF at this stage than put in Bonk, because Bonk might be reaching 10 billion market cap, which would be like 6-7x, and WIF might be reaching 60, 80, 100 billion market cap, which would be like a large amount of multipliers, right? It's 15x, it's more, it's 20x's. So if you have something safer, which is probably the winner, we can definitely say that WIF is probably the winner of this cycle, right? And with that type of logic, we also do understand that 90% of liquidity will always be located and will always go into winners. Because even currently, I do think that people who are trading meme coins, they might not be putting their profits into Solana. They might be putting the profits into WIF. I think this is one of the reasons of why this thing also pumped recently, because people understood that it's outperforming Solana. They switched their Solana to WIF, and people who trade memes on Solana, they started to put the profits not into Solana, but into WIF, which definitely makes sense. Book of Meme. I don't think that it will be surviving till the end of this year. I would say you have to be very, very cautious with this thing. It's kind of piggybacking Pepe and at the same time the Solana narrative, so it has two of them, but it's just quite recent. That's why I'm not sure. But at the same time, we see right now that it's actually doing quite well. It's outperforming the dump right now, which is very, very interesting, you might say. Cat in a dog's world. So it's definitely something new, because I think that's the first time I'm seeing this meme token. I'm probably missed the whole thing myself. Yeah, it's definitely something that just appeared on CoinMarketCap just a week ago. Well, you know my stance on this thing. I want to see 80% correction. Once you would see 80% correction, you just go into, it's actually like the easiest thing that you can do. You see 88% correction, you go on Twitter, you go on Telegram, you go on Discord, you check out how the community is doing. what is actually happening in the community, you actually might want to check on chain. Are whales are selling? Are teams selling? What is happening with the project? If everything is alright, that's the best bet you can actually be doing. And if this is the local top for meme coins, I think you should be very, very careful just looking after your meme coins, analyzing communities on a daily basis, looking for things that will be correcting 60%, 70%, 80%, and buying into them on the dip. One candidate to check out currently, due to the catalyst event, due to Notcoin airdrop on Ton, is Rido. Go check out Rido. Go check out what's happening on chain. Go check out what's happening with the community. I think Rido is a great thing to analyze at this stage and actually make a decision by yourself if you want to get in. Memecoin, which is a 400 million market cap. I was not following it much. I know it's on Ethereum as well. I think it's something newer as well. From April, right? As well. Just wait for the correction and things like that. It's quite interesting that I'm saying that it's local top, and at the same time I expect bullish events for Ethereum, and bullish events for Ethereum should definitely lead us to pumps of the meme coins. So it's this strange and complex kind of theory that either meme coins will run just through the whole thing, just run, always up, and then the best thing you can do is just buy now. Buy now and don't wait for the dips. Or we will have change of attention, we will have change of catalysts, and some of the meme coins, they will change how they are behaving as well, and will essentially go down for quite some time. That's a very, very interesting type of thought process that you want to have by yourself. If you are going into long sideways action, I do believe that the liquidity in meme coins, it would just start to shuffle from one meme coin to another to second one. It's probably start to go into new things. People will start to take profits on older things. Something like this might be happening, and maybe new liquidity would actually be coming into meme coins, because if you're going sideways and nothing is happening, only meme coins are surging up, people will probably be selling their Bitcoin, selling the altcoins, participating in all this meme coin trading stuff as well, which is a very, I want to say that meme coins might be running through the whole year, because it's just too great of a narrative. It's too great of a thesis as well. We will definitely have all this retail buying lottery tickets come and buy into the meme coins. Brett, largest meme coin on base at this stage. Great work by the team. They definitely had done something exciting, because I don't believe that a lot of people believed that something will be able to surpass Toshi, right? Very, very well implemented by the team, I would say. I missed that, unfortunately, although I had an option to get in at like 3 million market cap, 5 million market cap, 10 million market cap. That's just so crazy. But I do think it's going to do quite well. It's kind of finalizing its place as the largest meme coin on base, which will be onboarding a bunch of retail. It also follows the pepe narrative. It is also blue token on the blue chain, which is quite interesting by as well. I might say that this is your blue chip. I don't like the thing that like too many influencers might be involved in there, but it also might be the case that they just were able to buy early into the whole thing. But I do believe that some paid shilling was definitely happening there, and I don't know if they were taking profits heavily at this stage, but at a certain point they will definitely will. The question is whether or not they would actually be able to hold till the end of the year, and if we will have like this boring summer where nothing will be happening, where there will be no volumes in meme coins, will they actually be able to hold through the summer as well? Well, I think so as well, because you do not become the influencer if you're dumb in the first place. Probably it has some value to share with people if you have a bunch of Twitter followers. Probably you made a bunch of people rich as well. You've been consistent. You definitely know some skills as well. It's interesting for people to follow and listen to you as well. So it's a nice piece of the project. I'm not even sure if we are going to get our 80% dip. You kind of can hear that I am almost capitulating to Brett at this stage. That might be your top signal as well. Well, let's see what's going to happen. Airdrop is still not happening soon, and retail, I don't believe that retail is coming until autumn as well. So I would say that we still have like 3 months for Brett to correct. If in upcoming 3 months Brett won't be correcting, I don't think that we would be seeing a correction. And we have to understand that the market is forward looking as well. And the fact that the bread is not having a correction at this stage. It means that like the current price usually shows the price of things maybe in 2 months and 3 months. Obviously in crypto we have a shorter term planning as well, so it might be a shorter distance as well. But if we will have this sideways action, if we will have boring summer, I do expect this thing to correct, maybe to 400 million, 300 million. We will eventually see. It's very interesting because catalysts might not be there at this stage, but it's a very, very well executed thing by the team of Bread. Congrats to them. If they would be able to hold this position, if they would be able to hold this meme at these levels, they would be making tens of millions of dollars. I wanted to say that they would be billionaires, but most likely they won't because liquidity would just not be there. I doubt that even if people would put $1 billion into Bread, they won't be able to take profits on that, most likely, because they would just send the whole thing to zero, probably get killed by other holders, right? Degen, which is a layer 3 on base, which just also very, very new thing. Well, the same thing, just waiting for the correction. I'm less confident on these things surviving or having volume. It might be this like short-term trend thing, right? Short-term thing that just appeared, right? And maybe it's going to do well. Well, let's see. Kokinu, which is the largest meme on AVAX. Very, very interesting things that happened with AVAX because I was calling for it to pump for quite some time. And from $60 it went down to $47. And we see we had this like small pump from 45, 44, and Kokinu already showed some numbers. That's quite nice because memes, they're always outperforming. Like Kokinu showed 10-15% up from the lows, which is very, very nice. Well, I do believe that AVAX might be doing quite well this cycle. AVAX will definitely be around, and Kokinu is the largest meme on the chain at this stage. Therefore, I do think is going to do quite well. This also might be your blue chip pick. If you are in these larger tokens, you might just wait. My pick is Wolf on AVAX just because of the fact it's also connected with Pepe. So I'm just holding my Wolf on AVAX. Unfortunately, from my point of view, Wolf on AVAX need AVAX to actually move. So we first need AVAX to move, then we need Kokinu and larger memes to move, and then we might be seeing Wolf moving as well. But I think that Wolf should be doing numbers based on Pepe moving as well. The only issue is that we might have different wolves at this stage. Therefore, this liquidity might actually get distributed between several of them until we would have a clear winner as well. But it's quite interesting that they just might go up in a similar terms, because if Wolf on Ethereum will be reaching like 3 million in the liquidity, people will understand that Wolf on AVAX has more upside at this stage. Therefore, they will be buying Wolf on AVAX, and it will be surging up as well. And they might be just moving up in case both of them would actually be able to sustain as well. Baby Doge is something interesting. You don't see it much. I actually thought it's on Binance Smart Chain. I think it should be on the Binance Smart Chain. I think the home chain for this thing is Binance Smart Chain. Pretty much follows Dogecoin. It might be your better play on Dogecoin, and it should be outperforming Dogecoin. When is a cat on Solana? Just going sideways for quite some time already. This cat meta, so if cat meta is going to do well, it's going to do well as well. I don't think that this thing will outperform for some reason. Like, I just don't have the feeling, but still it will definitely be showing some access closer to the end of the cycle as well. And in general, as mentioned in one of the previous videos, I think the great play is to be buying meme coins on the chains that will have airdrops. So go check out something on Linea, go check out something on Blast, go check out something on ZK-Sync, go check out something on layer 0, right? A bunch of these Ethereum layer 2s, they will have airdrops. They will be investing a bunch of money into the airdrops, and they will be investing a bunch of money into the marketing. And meme coins, like largest memes on these chains, they will be acquiring this liquidity. Yes, it's a longer term play. Yes, you would be pretty much freezing your funds for 6 months, 8 months, 10 months, because most of these airdrops are actually happening in Q3, Q4. And it's very, very interesting. It's another reason for the bull market to actually happen. And it's another reason for all these people to plan into Q3 and Q4, because they do expect the market to be heated up at that stage. At the same time, they also don't want to make the airdrops at the tops, because if they're making it at the tops, everyone will just be selling. That's not something that you want as well. they want airdrop sometime before the actual top of the market. We might be seeing top in a year from now, closer to springtime of next year, of 2025. Therefore, we will definitely actually have a bunch of airdrops closer to the end of this year on a bunch of chains where hundreds of millions were invested into these chains already, which is quite interesting and which is quite crazy by itself. It's definitely going to be great for Ethereum because most of these chains are Ethereum layer 2s, and it's definitely going to be great for meme coins on these chains as well, because some of this liquidity might actually end up in meme coins and most likely will. To finalize the whole thing, take a look on your altcoins. We might be seeing something interesting happening for altcoins as well, but either way, with their move, I doubt they will be able to outperform meme coins. I think meme coins outperformed this cycle already, and they will just continue the outperformance moving forward as well. Trading live pairs or developing your own sniping bot or using something accessible on the marketplace, just figuring out how to set them up. I do think that this might be the best ROI activity, and we're still early. And if you would learn to trade live pairs at this stage, you would easily be making millions in this cycle. And take a look in your meme coins as well. If you're buying into the memes that will survive at least till the end of this year, that's actually why memes connected to elections are so great, because if they won't be rugged, and larger ones they won't be rugged, they will just be showing numbers. With all this new liquidity, with all this retail, with all this election, they would just be showing numbers. Well, let's hope I will be able to pick up Joe Biden on the correction, right? So let's gamble. We do have 247 people. I was doing the giveaway yesterday as well. It just was not on the video. All these guys that won yesterday, they are in the shit already. 203 is the first winner. Nice. Moving forward, number 7. I believe it's second time winner, right? Yeah, right. That's our second time winner. Need to send 2 times 200. And last but not least, 128 right here. Nice. Thank you very much for watching, and I will be seeing you tomorrow.